Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. It's around 6 a.m. in the morning, and Dazzle and I, we're still here at Boracay Island. She's still sleeping, of course. So I'm gonna walk Front Beach. I just got my coffee at 7-Eleven here. 78 pesos for a medium coffee. Normally, I can get this for about 39 to 49 pesos, but again, everything here in Boracay is more expensive. So I'm just gonna walk and head to the beach. It looks like clouds again this morning, so there's, I'm sure, a chance of rain. You can see 6 a.m. in the morning, there's already people out here. Even though it looks like it's gonna rain, you know, everybody's out here taking pictures. This is really the time I like to jog here in Boracay, but today I'm just gonna walk, do a walk and talk. Here at Front Beach, here in Boracay Island, they also call this White Beach. And right now it's low tide. So the beach, when it's low tide, it's a lot longer. I would say, like from yesterday's video that we were doing, it's like 3 times longer when it's low tide. A lot more beach during low tide. And I can see the sunrise should be here, getting more sun here hopefully. And just another beautiful day here in Boracay Island in the Philippines. Hello. All right, good morning.
Nice weather. Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Welcome to the Philippines. I'm from here in Aklan province.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Have a good day. And as you can see there, sunrise on the right side, ocean here on the left, and just people walking and enjoying the beach. And it's like 6 a.m. in the morning. I wanted to talk a little bit about retirement here in the Philippines. I did a video that showed that I retired here in the Philippines when I was 45 years old. So everybody's asking me how I did it. I'm getting emails, I'm getting messages how I did it. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about it. You know, it's like I moved here to Boracay Island in 2011. I ended up living here in Boracay for over a year. But before I went to Boracay, I did my recon is what I call it, or my due diligence. You know, I went to the year before, 2010, I went here to Boracay, and then I also went to Baguio City, and then I also went to Angeles City, Subic, in Olongapo City. I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to live, and that would be, I think, ideal. You know, it's like for people thinking of retiring here in the Philippines, it's best that you travel here first, see a few places before you make your decision to move here. I mean, you can still come here. I know people that have come here to retire just on their first trip here, so nothing wrong with that. But I think you would do much better if you do a recon or come here first, because not everybody's gonna like the Philippines. There's a lot of challenges when you move here to the Philippines, a lot of adjustment. And the key, I think, to all of it, the most important thing, that's why I did my recon in 2010, a year before I finally retired here, was location. Location is so important in your decision to retire in the Philippines. You have to decide whether are you a city person or are you a province person. there's a big difference here in the Philippines of people that retired in a city and retired in the province. When you retire here in the city, like if you pick Manila, close to Manila, Cebu, the bigger cities here, you're gonna have access to pretty much like your American lifestyle. You're gonna have your big malls, bigger than the malls in the US even. American food, you know, so it might be an easier adjustment on that side, but then you have to deal with traffic, pollution, and big crowds. And also for me, the reason I chose the province, I just felt more safe in the province. You know, it's like I just never felt safe in the cities here in the Philippines. I always felt like somebody's gonna try to rob me. I'm always like protecting my wallet. You know, I'm always like backpacks, I have to carry it with me. I can't leave it in my car, things like that. You know, those are the things that you have to consider. And also, it's more expensive to live in the city here. Your housing is gonna be your biggest cost when you move to the Philippines. And housing in the cities are just a lot more. It's gonna cost you a lot more, even for a 1-bedroom or a studio like in Manila or in Cebu. You're looking at over $400 to over $500 a month, even for a studio apartment or a condo. Unlike here in the province, you can get similar apartments around $200 to $300. But again, you don't have access to a lot of things in the province. The province life, for me, the reason I enjoy the province life, it's simpler, it's quieter, a lot of I would say like downtime to where you can just chill on the beach, a lot more slow, very slow pace. Nothing happens here in the province. Like you've seen on our videos, Dazzle and I videos, even at Camellia Homes, when we walk our dogs, we barely see any people, you know. And we come here, you know, we come to Boracay or the other beaches here in Aklan province, you know, we don't see many crowds. We can avoid crowds. So location is very important when you decide to retire in the Philippines. You really have to know where you're going here. You know, it's like or have an idea of the things that you like. You know, that way when you come here, you're not like pressured at any place to stay. And the good thing here in the Philippines, that I know, like here in the province, if you're looking to try it out, you don't have to sign long leases. I know for sure here in Aklan province, I've rented 2 apartments here before we bought our home, and I didn't sign a lease with any of them. And at one apartment, I stayed 4 years there without a lease. So you're not stuck at least. You're not obligated to stay at a place. You can rent month to month. So at least that will help you before you make your big decision on where to retire here. Another important thing is, don't come to the Philippines if you don't have medical insurance. That would be like the biggest mistake you make here. It can get you in a world of hurt if you don't have medical insurance here in the Philippines. People think, oh, it's the Philippines, I can put it on my credit card, it's not that expensive. It's expensive, you know. It's not as much as in the United States for procedures and things like that, but it can add up really quick if you get sick here. Like, let's say you know, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if you have a heart attack and they have to do surgery or whatever, it's gonna cost you in the $20,000 to $30,000 for surgery and hospital costs and anesthesia and all that, and not many people would have that. That's why make sure if you retire here, before you even come here, you have medical insurance. Again, that would be a big mistake if you come here and you don't have medical coverage. And if you're retiring here in the Philippines, like me when I retired here, I only have my military pension when I retired here. That's all I had. You know, it's like, so I knew I had to live on a budget. And if you're like me, if you're gonna live on a budget, it's important that you start downsizing. You know, it's like, you don't want to really come here with thinking, oh, I gotta bring this, I gotta bring this. When I came here to Boracay, I had one suitcase and one backpack. That's all I had. You know, I know not everybody can do that. I know, you know, people are attached to certain things, but you can always have a family member in the US keep it for you, maybe in their garage, store it in their garage until you get settled here in the Philippines. It's easier for you if you come here to the Philippines without a lot of stuff, because like even going through airports, even when you start moving into apartments, it's just a lot easier when you don't have a lot of personal property. You can always have somebody in the US, once you're settled down, once you, after maybe 6 months after you live here, you can always, if there's things that you really want, you can have them ship it to you in the balikbayan box, so it doesn't cost you. You know, I think, you know, I mean, I guess we're all different. Like I said, you know, there's people that I know that's retired here and they ship like household goods here. They ship tons of balikbayan boxes, and that's fine. You know, it's like, I think those, you know, those people, you know, they're well off. You know, they have a lot more money and they can afford to do that. But if you're living on a budget like I was, I knew I had to downsize. I knew, you know, it would be best, my advantage, if I didn't have to carry so much, lug so much stuff around. Like, I knew when I came into Boracay, at least if it didn't work, if I didn't like Boracay, I can just like pack up and go to Baguio City, my second choice. You know, it's easier to do that when you don't have a lot of stuff. But when you have a lot of stuff, you have a tendency of getting, oh well, it's so hard to move, so you'll just settle at a place. And I think retirement is, I think, one of the times in your life where you really do not want to settle. You know, it's like you want to like move around if you have to, but you want to retire at a place where that's your dream place, or that's the place where you want to live the rest of your life, because you're gonna be more happier that way. And if you do decide to come retire here in the Philippines, I think it's important that you really understand yourself. I think it's important that you know yourself. You know, I think there's too many expats that come here to the Philippines with such a high expectation of how their life's gonna be here in the Philippines. You know, how everything's gonna be great here. They're gonna meet beautiful women here in the Philippines, and you just have to like understand yourself. I think, you know, if you're a person that can't put up with a lot of things, that gets upset easily, the Philippines might not be for you. You know, if you get upset about how disorganized things are, if you like things being in an organized way, if you like people following rules, standing in line, you know, things like that, the Philippines is gonna be a challenge for you. You're gonna have to adjust to that, because there are so many expats that come here, and what I call angry expats. They come here to the Philippines and all they do is complain about the life here, about how the people here, government here, how things are run. Even like the first interaction they'll have is with immigration, and they're already complaining about immigration. Then when they get their driver's license, how come it's like this, how come it's like that? And you'll just be miserable here if you're trying to like compare the Philippines to the United States or a Western country, an advanced country that you're coming from. You have to understand the Philippines is a third world country. There's a lot of corruption that happens here in government agencies. So it's never gonna be organized. It's never gonna be a smooth transaction. There are times that when I've dealt with government agencies that it went smooth, so I'm thankful when that happens. But I'm always expect the worst, or I expect the unexpected when I go to, like when I get my driver's license, when I get my registration for my vehicles, you know. If you're the type of person that gets upset easy, the Philippines might not be for you. That's why I really think that's one of the most important things if you're gonna plan on retiring here in the Philippines, is knowing yourself and understanding yourself. Knowing how much patience you have. Because if you don't understand yourself, the Philippines can get stressful for you even in retirement, because I've seen it with people that have retired here. Most, I would say 90% of the people that I know that have retired here in the Philippines have enjoyed it, but there's always gonna be a few that, you know, they just have a hard time relaxing and enjoying life. I just saw the Henan Crystal Sands. I want to shout out to my brother Gray. That's where Dazzle and I and Gray, we had a couple of bottles of wine and we had lunch at the Henan Crystal. So hope everything is going well for you, brother. Can't wait to see you. I'm now gonna walk to Real Coffee. They normally open Real Coffee at 7 a.m. So I'm gonna walk to Real Coffee. I love their mango pancakes at Real Coffee. They don't top the pancake with mango. They blend the mango inside the batter. So really moist. It makes the pancake really moist. And their coffee, you know, they're known for having the best coffee here in Boracay Island. They also have, they're famous for what's called a calamansi muffin. Calamansi muffin is, calamansi is like between a lime and a lemon, you know, so really moist muffin, really good muffin. People from all over the Philippines, when they leave Boracay, they'll normally buy like a 6-pack of the muffins, and Dazzle and I will probably do that too. Before we leave, we'll buy a 6-pack. It comes in a box of 6 calamansi muffins. And here on White Beach, just a reminder, there's a lot of cops here that walk around. You're not allowed to eat or drink anything here in Front Beach. There's a 2,500 peso fine if they catch you eating here. So that's about a $50 fine if these police in the shorts here, blue shirt, shorts, walking around here that has police in the back, if they catch you eating or drinking anything here on the beach, $50 fine. So no drinking, no eating on the beach. Made it here to Real Coffee here in Station 2. They're not quite open yet. I think about 5 more minutes. They open at 7 a.m. Real Coffee is right on Front Beach. From the 2nd floor, it's a fantastic view of Front Beach. My friend from Hawaii, when he comes here, we always eat breakfast here at Real Coffee. So I'm sure when he watches this video, he's gonna be, man, I wish I was there. But I'm sure the next time he visits here in Boracay, we'll eat breakfast at Real Coffee. And Real Coffee, it's been around since 1996, but moved several locations. This is their latest location here in Boracay. They've been here, I think, at least 5 or 6 years at this location. And again, it says here, the original calamansi muffin, that's what they're famous for. They have calamansi muffins that you can buy. And I was looking here, it says the ultimate muffin box of 6 is 420 pesos. for a muffin of 6 pieces of the calamansi muffin. So that's about $7 for a box of their calamansi muffins. And if you've never had it, I recommend it. You know, it's like delicious. The muffins are really delicious. This is the view from the second floor of Real Coffee here in Boracay Island. I just got my mango pancakes. I've been eating these pancakes for at least 12 years. This is like one of my favorite things to eat here in Boracay because the mangoes are inside the pancakes. They blend it into the batter when they cook it, so it's, you can see the mangoes inside. Really makes it juicy, makes the pancake not dry. And of course I have coffee, and this whole meal will cost me less than 400 pesos, so about $7 for this whole meal. And they even have a sign here. It says here Real Coffee and Tea Cafe, free $1 million view with every coffee. And as you can see, it is $1 million view. It's like you make sure breakfast more enjoyable when you eat here at Real Coffee in Station 2 here in Boracay Island. And this is the inside of the restaurant. Real bamboo, nipa, really nice place to spend your breakfast. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you in our next video.